Hi, I'm Doug Hart. Welcome to the Future of Retirement, my brand new channel. Have you ever stopped and wondered what would happen if you lived to be 100 years old? Most people don't, I guess. Instead, we spend years worrying about the opposite. We worry about getting sick, developing some health problem or another. We're not living long enough to enjoy our retirement. Most of us worry too much, I think. Yet advances in medicine, healthier lifestyles, and rapidly developing technology create a much different future, and it's beginning to take shape. Living to 100 is no longer just an interesting story on the evening news. For many people retiring today, it's become a realistic possibility. The question isn't whether everyone will make it to 100. The real question is, if you do, will your retirement savings be there with you? If you're new here, my goal is simple. I help retirees and those approaching retirement prepare for financial, technological, and lifestyle changes that are reshaping what retirement looks like. If that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing. Thanks. Now let's dive in. When our parents retired, life was very different. Many workers had pensions. Social Security replaced a good portion of their income, and retirement often lasted only 10 or 15 years. Financial planning was certainly important, but the timeline was much shorter. Today, many of us retire in our 60s and have a very real chance of spending 30 or even 40 years in retirement. If you're married, the odds increase that at least one spouse will live well into their 90s. Think about that for a moment. 35 years, that's a really long time. Most of us carefully plan our working years, yet sometimes we spend surprisingly little time planning for a retirement that could last just as long. I think that's one of the biggest blind spots in our retirement planning. Modern medicine is changing the rules as we speak. Artificial intelligence is helping doctors detect diseases earlier than ever before. Wearable devices can continuously monitor heart rhythms, blood pressure, sleep quality, and very important health markers. Personalized medicine is allowing treatments to become much more targeted, while researchers continue developing therapies that would have sounded like science fiction only a decade ago. None of these breakthroughs guarantees that any of us will reach 100. What they do suggest is that living much longer is becoming increasingly possible. That's good news, right? Unless your money doesn't retire at the same time. One of the biggest financial challenges of a very long retirement is something we rarely think about: inflation. Inflation doesn't usually arrive all at once. Instead, it quietly raises prices a little each year. Groceries, insurance premiums, property taxes, utilities, everything's going up, right? Healthcare costs always rise faster than general inflation as well. Those changes may seem small in any given year, but if you stretch them across 30 or 35 years or more, the difference becomes dramatic. Imagine retiring today with an income that feels comfortable and then trying to maintain that lifestyle 3 decades from now. Those lifestyles and those numbers look very different. That's why retirement isn't simply about accumulating enough money to stop working. It's about making enough money to continue working for you for the rest of your life. Healthcare creates another challenge. Many retirees assume Medicare will cover every medical expense they face. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Routine healthcare is only part of the equation. Prescription medications become more expensive over time. Dental work, hearing aids, vision care, physical therapy, and mobility equipment all add to retirement expenses. Then there's the possibility of needing home health care, assisted living, or long-term care eventually. None of us enjoys thinking about those situations. Planning for them today, however, can reduce the stress later for both you and your family. One mistake I often see is assuming retirement is one long, continuous experience. It isn't. There are phases. The first decade of retirement often looks completely different from the third. Early retirement may include travel, hobbies, and checking destinations off your bucket list. Later years involve spending more time close to home, seeing doctors, and placing greater value on convenience than adventure. Your spending changes too. Your priorities change as well. Sometimes your home needs changes as well. The house that feels perfect today may not feel nearly as practical 20 years from now. A two-story home can become challenging. Maintenance can become overwhelming. Property taxes and insurance costs continue to climb. Planning ahead makes these choices before life forces those choices upon you. Investment strategy also deserves a fresh look. Many retirees become understandably nervous when the stock market experiences volatility. Watching account balances fluctuate isn't fun. Moving everything into cash, though, creates a different kind of problem. Cash feels safe, but inflation doesn't care. Over long periods, inflation quietly reduces your purchasing power. That's why many financial professionals recommend maintaining an investment strategy that balances stability with continued long-term growth. The goal isn't taking unnecessary risks. The goal is giving your savings the opportunity to outpace inflation over retirement that's going to last 3 or 4 decades. Another point that's often overlooked, of course, is purpose. Retirement isn't just about money. It's about having a reason to get up each morning. Some retirees volunteer, others start businesses. This can help with the inflation side of things. Many people consult or teach, mentor, or pursue hobbies they've postponed for years. Some people launch YouTube channels. I happen to think it's a good idea to do something extra. Staying mentally active and socially connected has benefits that extend well above and beyond your bank account. Researchers continue finding strong links between purpose, overall health, and emotional well-being. While purpose can't guarantee a longer life, it can certainly make those years more rewarding. So, what can you do today? Start by asking yourself a few simple questions. If I live to age 100, will my current retirement plan still work? Have I considered the impact of inflation over 30 or 40 years? Do I have a realistic strategy for future healthcare expenses? Is my investment portfolio designed only to preserve wealth, or can it continue growing over time? Finally, am I building a retirement that I actually want to live instead of simply one that I can afford? Those questions may be more important than trying to predict next year's stock market. But here's the bottom line. Living to 100 isn't something to fear. In many ways, it's something to celebrate. More years means more birthdays with your family, more opportunities to travel, more chances to learn new things, and hopefully more time doing the things that make life meaningful. Preparing financially for a longer life simply allows you time to enjoy those years with greater confidence. I would much rather prepare for a retirement that's longer than expected than discovering I've only planned for half of it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to Future of Retirement. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Do you think you'll live to be 100? More importantly, do you think your retirement plan is ready to if you do? Until next time, take care, stay curious, and keep planning for the future. Because the future of retirement is arriving faster than we realize. Thank you.